Hey, 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 good evening and welcome to Friday. Oh, yeah, the weekend is here and we are going to be discussing a very important topic that I believe is going to reshape the future in America for sure. And I'm talking about the $15 minimum wage hike that they are proposing in Congress. And if it passes, it's going to have some major repercussions that will take place in the USA. For those who don't know me, my name is Chad Allen, and I help moms and dads live a healthier and transformed life so that they can spend more time together and not miss those very special moments. I do this by two ways. One, showing them how they can fortify their immune systems in such a way that they can protect themselves and their children, and how they can make money on the side while paying for those much needed bills, educational needs for their kids, medical bills, whatever it is that is needed. So I help people do that as well, starting a home-based business for them so that they can take that money and use it for what they need it for. So, the $15 minimum wage that they are discussing in Congress right now is a topic that a lot of people at the surface are going to be very supportive of. And why not? Yeah, I mean, you're thinking about $15. Wow, $15 an hour, man. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to make a lot more money. I'm going to be able to pay bills. I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to do that. And at the end of the day, when you really look at and you dig deep, what is the $15 minimum wage going to do? Now, if you're a large retail chain store, you're not going to be as affected by a $15 minimum wage nationwide versus a person who is a small business and is barely staying afloat to be able to make their payroll. So so you have to really think about, okay, what does a $15 minimum wage, what is it going to look like, and what is it going to do to the economy in the coming days? And this is where I believe that the rubber is going to meet the road, and you're going to see some major things happen if this minimum wage, is approved. And of course, you're gonna have a lot of people in support of it because hey, it's the magic word of $15 an hour. Oh, it's so great. But did you know? Did you know that they came out? What was it? I it was it a congressional study on the $15 or the federal, or was it the Treasury Department? It was one of those that came out and they stated that when the $15 minimum wage goes into effect, so $15 over a 5 year period from the first, it'll be 950, I believe, in 2021, and by 2025, it would be at $15. And by the time it hits $15, there will be the $15 minimum wage will actually you will actually lose you will actually lose between 1.3 and 3.7 million jobs. Now just think about that. Just think about it. Biden has just erased 500,000 jobs from the get go. From a stroke of a pen, he caused the loss of 500,000 jobs. Good paying jobs too, by the way. But now with the $15 minimum wage, the Treasury Department and others are predicting that there will be a loss of 1.3 to 3.7 million jobs that's just being completely erased. Because why? Small businesses and other businesses are not going to be able to pay the kind of income that they're going to have to pay per person. They're just not going to be able to do it because they can't afford it. And so So what's going to happen is they're going to, in order to save their business, they're going to cut the a position in order to save money. So be less people working. You're going to see more automation that's going to start taking place. So these big manufacturing jobs where you have a lot of people working. Well, you think these manufacturing jobs going to pay everybody $15 an hour? No, of course not. So they're going to transition into more robotic animation. And then that means less people that are going to be part of the job force because, and you're going to need a degree, by the way, in order to operate that machinery. You're not going to just be able to have an entry level because you're going to need like a bachelor degree or a master's degree or whatever in order to just to operate that machinery. And then to top it all off, so you have all these people that have no job whatsoever. What are they going to do? Most people are not going to be able to get an entry level job, right? The poor kids are just coming out of high school, like myself. When I turned 16 years old or 15 years old, I got a job working at Wendy's, working at McDonald's, for like $5, $5.50 an hour, whatever it was at that particular time. You learn to have the job ethics, to go to work, to be on time, to be dependable, to put hours in. And those entry-level jobs for people who just get out of high school so they can learn about how to be good, proper workforce type people, it's no longer going to be there. I mean, do you really think if you're going to be paying if you're going to be paying $15 an hour that you're going to be hiring someone for that job who has no job skills whatsoever, who knows nothing about work, or is just coming out of college? They're just coming out of college and they have no experience in that particular position. So are you going to, you take a business that's going to hire that person because, they just got out of school, but they don't have the experience. So when they were looking at it, if I had to pay $15 an hour and I have two people who apply for the job, one who has no skills versus one who has all the skills in the world, which one am I going to choose? I'm going to choose the person who has the skills. Why? Because when I put that person into that position and I'm paying them $15 an hour, I know that I will get my return back rather quickly versus the person that had to train and they're applying for that job, but I'm going to have to spend time training them. My return of investment is going to be much, much less. So the $15 minimum wage it's really going to create a negative impact on the economy as a whole. And my suggestion to all of you got a job, you think that your job is secured. Even as a registered nurse, if I'm working as a nurse informaticist, like my job, like my degree is for, and they need to hire more floor nurses in order to take care of the patients, who are they going to cut first? They'll hire the nurses because they need them to take care of the patients, right? But who are they going to cut? Yeah, they'll cut my position. Why? Because they're paying me the most money, and it's a position that can easily be cut without causing a negative impact on the care of the patient there. So it's just not entry level that it's going to be affected. It's going to be across the board of people losing their jobs, over the next 4 to 5 years because of this potential increase of minimum wage. And not only that, not only are they going to increase the minimum wage, and they're predicting that 1.3 to 3.7 million jobs will be lost because of it, they're also going to increase the payroll tax. That means you are working, right? And the money that's coming out of your paycheck at this very moment, it's going to be almost a double than what it is before. That means that the employer has to take out taxes not only from your check, but they also have to pay in more taxes themselves because it's a payroll tax, meaning that they have to pay more into the government, meaning it's going to be less money for you, the individual. So my suggestion to you, as I stated before, is that if I were you, I would really begin to think about starting your own home-based business, network marketing business, whatever it is. I would highly suggest that right now to get in on a home-based business, because you know why? In 4 to 5 years, you may not have a job. In 4 to 5 years, the economy may be is in such shambles that you may not be able to find another job that you want, because they're going to be protecting them. Businesses are going to be protecting themselves. And as a network marketer or a home-based business owner, you're not going to be affected by that $15 minimum wage unless you decide to hire somebody as an employee. But in most cases, when it comes to home-based businesses, you are a sole proprietor, meaning that you are operating a business on your own by yourself without the help of other employees there. So I highly suggest a home-based business because it has a great return. It's a low investment typically, and from there you can really grow a great income. And I'm just forewarning you of what is to come if they pass the $15 minimum wage hike, which I think they are going to do because they are very serious about it. Not only are they serious about increasing to $15 minimum wage, they're also very, very serious about increasing the payroll tax. So, now is the time to really begin to think about what is going to happen in the future, because you may or may not have your job, because your may or may not keep your job because they have to pay you $15 an hour. Now, if you're already getting paid $15, if everybody's already getting paid $15 an hour, then you probably don't have to worry about it too much, right? Because it's already there. But if they're paying you like $8, $9 an hour, they're not going to be keeping that kind of stuff. Not only will you, or there's a potential to lose your job, but you're also going to see an increase in the cost of living across the board. Why? Because if a company's going to have to pay every employee $15 an hour, well, guess what? They're going to increase their prices for their services and products. They're going to increase it in order to cover that cost. So just be prepared. Okay? And if you are interested in going in a home-based business, a network marketing business, whatever business, then message me in the comment section below, or private message me, inbox me, whatever, and then I will show you what I do. All right. I want to thank you so much for being on the video call tonight, and I hope you got value out of it. And if you did, please share it with your friends and family, and it will be of great help as well. Message me below or inbox me if you want to know what I do for a home-based business, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.